The trouble started on a Thursday afternoon when I came home from work and noticed something strange about my fence line. A 20-foot section along the back of my ranch property was gone. Completely gone. The posts had been ripped out, the wire cut, and the wooden panels tossed to the side like scrap. I followed the line and found the culprit, Karen, my HOA neighbor. She stood smugly with her arms crossed, and behind her was her shiny new SUV parked halfway in my pasture. "What the hell are you doing, Karen?" I barked. She rolled her eyes. "Relax. That fence was in the wrong place. The HOA decided this section should be open. We're making an access trail here, and your fence was blocking it." I stared at her in disbelief. "That fence has been there for 40 years. It's my property line." "Not anymore," she sneered. "We need a shortcut and the board voted. So I did what needed to be done." I took a deep breath because if I didn't, I might have said something that would have landed me in trouble. Instead, I pulled out my phone and snapped photos of the destroyed fence, her SUV, and Karen herself standing there with the bolt cutters still in hand. "You're trespassing," I said coldly, "and you just vandalized private property." Karen laughed. "Good luck proving it. Nobody's going to take your side against the HOA." That smug grin was the last straw. But instead of yelling, I smiled. Because in that moment, I remembered something important. Her house, the very one she was standing in front of, was heading to a county auction due to unpaid property taxes. I'd been watching the notices quietly for months. And the auction? It was in 2 weeks. I didn't say another word. I fixed the fence temporarily that evening and waited. 2 weeks later, I showed up at the county auction. Karen had no idea her property was on the block that day. She was too busy parading around the HOA, bragging about her shortcut victory. When her lot came up for bid, I raised my paddle. Nobody else contested. Within 10 minutes, I legally owned the strip of land directly behind her house, her precious shortcut. The next morning, I showed up with the deed in hand and a crew ready to work. We rebuilt the fence. Not just where it was, but even taller, stronger, and extended right up to the new property line. And to really drive the point home, I posted private property, no trespassing signs every 15 feet. Karen stormed out of her house, red-faced. "You can't do this. This is HOA property." I calmly unfolded the deed and held it up for her to see. "Not anymore. I bought it. It's mine." She shrieked. "That's illegal. I'll sue you." "Go ahead," I said with a smirk. "But while you're at it, you might want to read the county's property records. You'll see your HOA doesn't own this land anymore." "I do." Her jaw dropped, and for once, she had no comeback. Within a week, word spread through the neighborhood. The board tried to pressure me, but when I showed them the paperwork, they backed down fast. No one wanted to cross a legally recorded deed. And Karen? Every day she's forced to walk past that fence, a reminder that her arrogance cost her not just a shortcut, but control over her own backyard. Some neighbors call it poetic justice. I call it property rights.